Yo, this is Sixth Floor and this is my mini interview for Music of the Future. So the first question, the meaning of the album. Well, my brand new album, Six, is out now. I produced every single track on there, so I've got all features on each track. The meaning of the album, I called it Six because it was my sixth album, and being Sixth Floor, I thought, well, I needed a name for it being number 6, so I just went with straight up number 6. What was the recording process like? The recording process was basically I just had a load of beats and I sent them out to all artists. I think I ended up sending about 100 and something beats out. So yeah, in the end I got something like 30 tracks back and I needed to cut it back to 14. So it was quite long, but you know, I reckon I picked the right tracks, and then the ones that didn't get used anyway will go on the 7th album, so it's all good, it's all good. What was writing like? Well, obviously, like I say, I already had the beats, so I didn't have to write anything, I just made all my beats. The artists, obviously, they wrote their tracks, and I must say I was very, very impressed with how good quality some of these tracks come back with. So yeah, shout out to all the artists. Who did you work with? Well, I actually, like I say, 14 tracks, so I had different artists on each track. I'll go through them one by one, but could be a while, but we'll get there. So track 1 was with Prince Dale and Zant Hakim. That was called Whatever I Want. They're 2 American rappers. Prince Dale actually done the track for me probably about 6 months, 7 months ago, and then he left a spare verse. He said, get whoever you want. So I literally messaged Zant Hakim and I was just like, look, do you want to jump on this for me? And he was like, yeah, no worries. So he jumped straight on. Track 2 is featuring London MC and it's Jack Light on the track Straight Up. Absolute fire. The beat was quite different to what I normally make, but he jumped on it. He like literally snapped that up, and within, I think it was about 2-3 days, he'd done it, sent it all back. So big up Jack Light. Track 3 is Get Low featuring Nahanda. She was part of the Female All Stars. I took her down with me to do another radio interview. First time I'd met her. And yeah, basically she absolutely killed the freestyles. They were over my beats, and I said, right, listen, I've got a couple for you if you want to jump on them. And she was like, yes, definitely. So there is actually a video out for this one as well on my YouTube page. So that is Get Low featuring the Handa. Like I say, video's out now. That is track 3. Track 4 is a track called My Ends featuring J Star. I've known J Star for a very long time, and I just said to him, look, let's get back in the studio. It had been a long while, and he said, yeah, no worries, let's do a track. He actually done a few for me. He's had ones on previous albums as well. This one's about his growing up in a place called Black Tom, where we're from, so he absolutely smashed that track. Track 5 is a real underground American pure hip-hop rap track. It's called Shots Fired. It's featuring Cash Fortune, Zant Hakim, Mars Noel and Luffs. And yeah, it got in a write-up it got told it's a drop top, windows down kind of, you know what I mean, bass face sort of mood. And yeah, so that's that track. That, you know, if you hear it, you'll understand why. Track 6 is Late at Night featuring Lady MC. She's a rapper from Middlesbrough, and honestly, I'd never heard a northern accent like hers on a rap track before, I'm not gonna lie. But obviously doing the Sixth Floor show as well, I've heard she sent a few of her tracks in, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna work with her. I really want to work with her, and I ended up sending her this beat. She was a bit Yeah, no at first, but then she was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. And she jumped on it, and now we've got this track late at night, and then in the future we're going to have about a lot more, put it that way. So hopefully, you know, we got a good working relationship out of that. So it's all good. It's all good. Track number 7 is featuring my artist on Sixth Floor Records. It's Enhance. If obviously you know Sixth Floor Records, then you know what I mean. There's no need to explain what Enhance does. He's proper UK raw rap, hip hop. You know, he does it. He does it proper. It's proper realness, and yeah, if you like your realness hip hop, then obviously check out Enhance. Track 8 is with a London MC called Rime. He's basically just done a freestyle sort of thing. It's just bars over the track, so he absolutely smashed it. Again, from the Sixth Floor show, I just got in touch with him, and he said he'll jump on it. So that was actually the last track I got back. It was actually cut down to 13 tracks, and he sent it about 2 days before I submitted the album. And I thought, you know what, that's going straight on there, and it did. So track 9 is featuring Digi Hero. They're from where I'm from in Bedford. I've known them again for a long while. I've done it. They're the ones that first got me my first track on an album, and this track really like the beat that we done for it. And obviously they done their thing on there, and it absolutely, it's a banger to me. The video's out now as well. Eats Media filmed that, so go check that out. It's Hearts Become Shields featuring Digi Hero. That's on YouTube now as well. Track 10 is with another guy who I've worked closely with. It's Just Zeus. It's called Cold World, and again, it's a real UK hip hop track. Real lyrics. He's from Bedford as well, so you know, like I say, I've known him for a long while, and I just said to him, let's get on the album, and he was like, "Yep, no worries. In the future, fingers crossed, I'm going to get him back in again." Track 11 is with an American artist called J Faith. It's called Running. We've worked before on previous albums and previous little singles and projects as well, so I've got a good relationship with him. And this track was something completely different for him. I sent him the beat, and he said, well, do you know what, I'm going to do it. And he done it, and he absolutely killed it. So big up J Faith for doing that, for doing something completely different, out of your zone, and I appreciate, obviously, him jumping on that one. Track 12 is with my artist, again, on Sixth Floor Records, Becky Yates. The track's called Bigger Picture. We've actually had this track for, I reckon, a good 1.5 to 2 years, and we never done nothing with it. And Becky's been putting out singles here and there, and you know, it's been a while since she put something out, and I said, you know what, Bigger Picture's never been touched, so I said, shall we chuck it on my album? And she was like, yep, perfect, let's get it out there. So that's why Bigger Picture is on my album. Number 13 is featuring Danchin Collective. It's called Move Right. This was actually probably one of the first tracks I got back for the album. I've got to say, my co-host Betsy loved the beat. He absolutely loved the beat, and he said, right, let's send this out. He goes, it's a good beat, let's send it out. And I was like, I'm not sure. And I sent it to Danchin, and they absolutely killed it. So shout out KG Chi and Anyway the God on that one. Track 14 is a UK Cipher. It's featuring Grizzly, Pace, Swan and Only, T2 and TC. Basically, I just wanted 16 bars from each person. Do whatever you want, 16 bars, we'll put it all together, we'll put them in order, see which ones works out best, and that's the way it come back. So yeah, it really worked, and you know, shout out to all them artists for jumping on it and doing a verse. Grizzly I've worked with in the past. I've worked on his album, I've done a track on one of his albums, he's done one for one of mine, and then I got him on this as well. Pace, we've done another track on my previous album, so he done a 16 for me. He was like, yeah, no worries. And actually I got in touch with Swan and Only and his crew, Emotive Frequency, and they said, yeah, we'll get Swan and Only on it. And then he sent it back, and T2 and TC are part of them as well. and they jumped on it as well. So I was like, perfect. This is like full five artists, 5 verses, done. So yeah, that is my interview with Music of the Future about my brand new album 6, which is out now. I'm Sixth Floor Records. Nice one.